What's up everyone, FM Seth here, and today we have a bit of surprise of a video. So firstly we'll just have a look at some of the summons that we got from the tickets that we collected over the last week from logging in. You know, they're all chances anyway. Some of them you can get lucky at 20 or 30% and sometimes you can get unlucky at 50%. And that's just how that goes. But the most important thing is we have a new character. And besides a new character, it's also something brand new and special to the game. So where it started, there was a live stream and they announced the special character for Unital Ring. And the first character that we've gotten from there, and it's special in the way that it is our first ever limited edition character. And what that means is that it will not be going to the general pool. You know, the normal release after a couple of months or however long it is, the characters usually get added to the general pool. But for the limited edition, they'll only be available again on the next special scouts. So for now, this is the only way that we can get this new Alice, as well as because of this, her Imaginariums are not in the shop. And the thing about her Imaginariums, they're completely broken in the fact that besides giving a 3% attack, it increases her critical damage by 15% per Imaginarium for the first 2 turns. Which is pretty crazy. Never before have we seen something like that. And to top it off, or to make up for the fact that she is limited, something different to this scout that we've never had before is once you get to step 7, you know, you'll have your step 1 half off, step 3 half off, step 5 and step 7 have a guaranteed 11th scout. And after that, from 8 onwards, she becomes the only 4-star in the pool. So if you do get a 4-star after that, you know it'll be her. And that helps because if you are trying to collect all Imaginariums, you know, or if you haven't been lucky to pull in the first 7 steps, you know you have a much better chance at getting her. Now what's really crazy about this is we haven't had a preview for it. It was announced in the live stream and not even an hour later, it just showed up in the game. And I was flipping through screens and there it came. Her Incarnate skill with the scout just popped up. And it completely blew my mind and it was ridiculous. You know, normally we always get a preview at least a day before. Sometimes they were less than a day before, but you know, we always had a preview up until now. And it was just crazy. Nobody thought that it would drop this quickly. And in all the rush and hype, I ended up not recording at the time, and which is why I'm now doing this afterwards. But you know, this unit is just amazing. So I had to do the summons for her. I had some cubes, and that's where we started. I hadn't done the ordinal as yet because I was not expecting something to come, so I didn't prepare the cube beforehand. And she's just so incredible that I couldn't not try for her. And the skills that she has is, firstly, her stats are ridiculous, a lot more base stats than we're usually used to, which I guess if you're looking at a new type of character, this limited character, it makes sense that they will, you know, give them a bit of an edge. And then when it comes to her skills, she is a charge character with her charge skill lowering physical resistance by 20%, which is something we haven't had on any of the physical water units till now, as well as adding a recollection field, which is pretty crazy. And then on her first assault, she does a single attack on a single enemy, as well as raises attack and critical damage to all allies by 10% for 2 turns. And on her second assault, or third skill, she does a slash attack on all enemies and also raises the attack and crit damage for 2 turns. which makes her one of, if not the best supports in the game, at least for the physical damage, because apart from just the critical, she also raises the physical damage. And then her incarnate skill is on all enemies. Again, they want to make it tuned a bit to this ranking event, so they have it on all enemies. And Recollection Field +3, which is similar to the Yu-Gi-Oh we had, which makes her the second Recollection Field unit we have for water, and that's really useful. And then lastly, she also increases charge according to what step the Recollection Field gauge is on. So that's similar to how the non-elemental Yuna we recently had. So back to the summons, right? Step 1 was nothing amazing. Step 2, we saw that it was a guaranteed animation. And I was really hyped and excited, and then Enhancer mode, E just popped up. And she's still good, she's still usable, but she's not what we wanted. And if you just look at all my summons from today, in total I already got about 300 water crystals, which is pretty ridiculous, for one day. Okay, so then we go into step 3, and I'm really hoping I get her, and I'm seeing, all my friends are pulling her, all my guildmates pulling her. It starts off really well with the burst, but that still means it could only just be a 3. And then, ridiculously enough, we come to purple doors. So it never changed from sunset to night, but the doors are purple, which just means that it's guaranteed. And then it happened, and she just showed up. And step 3 is one of the quicker pulls I've gotten in a while, and that, I was really happy about that, especially for this new type of unit, or this new type of scout that we had. I thought it was pretty good. And I know a lot of my friends got it like step 1, step 2, and step 3, that's a lot better, especially a lot better than it did on the last banner. So I was relieved that I didn't have to go any further. And there she is. And that rounded off. Now, I'm still debating whether or not I should carry on summoning to try and get more Imaginariums, because as I said, they are limited, meaning they're not in the shop, you have to summon for it, and they are quite ridiculous. So that is Alice. And then I went to Limit Breaker so we can see her art. She has some phenomenal art, it matches the theme, and just like all the other Alices, she is a sword user. I did try on her sword scout and I got nothing, so it's likely that I'll just give her the max limit broken Excalibur from the legendary weapon shop. And the nice thing about that, which my friend Janks pointed out, is that it actually matches her color scheme very nicely with the blue and the gold, so it just really goes well with her. And there's her max limit arts. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and until next time.